Have you ever looked at Europe and wondered, why are their taxes so high, and why do people seem okay with it? It's a question many people, especially from places like the United States, ask all the time. The answer isn't just about economics. It's about a deep, cultural agreement, something we can call the European social contract. At its heart, this contract is a simple, powerful exchange. Citizens give their trust and their money, and in return, the system provides security. It's a deal that shapes almost every aspect of life, from the moment you're born until your final days. So let's break it down. Imagine a society where you don't have to worry about losing your job and your house because you got sick. A place where your kids can get a world-class education without you saving up a fortune. A city where you can get almost anywhere efficiently and affordably without owning a car. This isn't some utopian fantasy. For millions of Europeans, it's just normal. This is the promise of the social contract in action. Today, we're going on a journey to understand this fundamental European idea. We'll explore why someone in Sweden or Germany might happily pay nearly half their income in taxes and what tangible benefits they see every single day. We'll look at the pillars of this system: healthcare, education, and public infrastructure. And we'll also touch on the most crucial, invisible ingredient: trust. Trust in the government, trust in your fellow citizens, and trust that the system will be there for you when you need it most. So stick around as we unravel the European social contract. By the end, you'll have a much clearer picture of why these societies are structured the way they are, and you might even start to see your own society in a completely new light. Let's start with the big one: healthcare. In most European countries, healthcare is considered a fundamental human right, not a commodity. This means that access to a doctor, a hospital, or life-saving treatment doesn't depend on your job or your bank account. How does this work? Through systems of universal healthcare, funded primarily by taxes. Take a country like France. Everyone is covered by the national health insurance system. You pay into it through social security contributions from your salary, and when you visit a doctor, a large portion of the cost is automatically reimbursed. If you have a serious or chronic illness, the system covers 100% of your costs. This removes the terrifying financial burden that so often comes with getting sick. People don't have to crowdfund for cancer treatment or choose between paying for their medication and paying their rent. Or look at the UK's National Health Service, the NHS. It's famous for being free at the point of use. You can walk into a hospital, have major surgery, and walk out without ever seeing a bill. It's all paid for through general taxation. Now, these systems aren't perfect. They face challenges with waiting times and funding, and there are constant political debates about how to run them best. But the core principle remains unshaken: your health should not be determined by your wealth. This provides an incredible sense of security. It's a collective safety net, knowing that if the worst happens, you and your family will be cared for. That security is a huge part of what people feel they're paying for with their taxes. This approach changes lives. It means young people can choose their field of study based on passion and talent, not on future earning potential to pay off loans. It fosters social mobility, allowing a kid from a low-income family to become a doctor or a scientist. When you think about it, paying higher taxes to ensure that the next generation of innovators, leaders, and thinkers can reach their full potential without being crippled by debt starts to sound like a pretty good investment, doesn't it? This is another core pillar of that social contract, investing in human potential for the collective good. Okay, so we have healthcare and education covered. But how do you get to the hospital or the university? That brings us to the third pillar, public transport and infrastructure. In Europe, public transit isn't an afterthought or a service just for those who can't afford a car. It's the backbone of daily life for millions. Think of the vast interconnected train networks. You can have breakfast in Paris, hop on a high-speed train, and be in Brussels for lunch. These systems are clean, punctual, and efficient. It's another layer of security and freedom, a promise that you are connected to your community. This is what people see when they look at their tax bill. Not just a deduction, but the train they take to work, the clean streets they walk on, and the parks where their children play. So we have these massive, tangible benefits: healthcare, education, public transport. But none of it would work without the final, most essential ingredient: trust. The European social contract is ultimately built on a foundation of trust. First, there is trust that the government will manage the money responsibly and deliver the high-quality services it has promised. Of course, people complain about bureaucracy and waste that's universal. But fundamentally, there's a belief that the system is trying to work for the public good. This trust is earned over generations of seeing the system deliver. When you've used the public hospital, sent your kids to public school, and ride the public train every day, you have tangible proof of where your tax money is going. Second, there's a high degree of social trust between citizens. There is a shared belief that everyone should contribute their fair share and that everyone deserves access to the same basic services. It's a sense of we're all in this together. This communal mindset means people are less likely to see taxes as the government taking my money and more as contributing to our society. They trust that their neighbor, even if they've never met them, will also pay their taxes, and that those taxes will help pay for the firefighter who protects both their homes. This trust-based system also has other, less obvious benefits. It fosters a sense of community and reduces the extremist versus them mentality. When everyone is part of the same system, there's a greater understanding of shared fate. Of course, this trust is fragile. It can be eroded by corruption, political polarization, or a feeling that the system is becoming unfair. That is why there are constant debates in Europe about how to maintain and strengthen this social contract for future generations. So to bring it all together, the reason many Europeans accept higher taxes is because they don't just see it as money being taken away. They see it as an investment in a specific kind of society, a society that values security, equality, and community. They are paying for a comprehensive insurance policy against the worst uncertainties of life, sickness, unemployment, and old age. They are paying for opportunities for their children and for a higher quality of life for everyone with vibrant, livable cities and strong social connections. It's a different way of looking at the relationship between the individual and the state. It's not about choosing between individual freedom and government intervention. Instead, it is about using collective resources to create a society that gives every individual the security and opportunity to be truly free. Free from the fear of a medical bill bankrupting them. Free to pursue their passions without being burdened by debt. Free to live in a clean, safe, and connected community. This is the core of the European social contract, a powerful exchange of trust for security. And while it might not be a perfect system, it offers a fascinating and powerful alternative for how to build a society. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think about this trade-off? Is it worth it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this interesting, please give this video a like and subscribe for more deep dives into how the world works. See you next time.